Yeah, I think I'm getting more and more sick. Anyways, hello. We're here for another MoreParz video for the first time in a while. Yeah, it's been a while since we've done one of these. Yeah, this will be fun. Yeah, I really don't know what to do for an intro. I won't lie, I just woke up like 15 minutes ago and here I am. So I'm in peak react condition pretty much, yeah. Not only am I getting sick, I'm also tired, so lovely. The peak reaction state. Yeah, so I don't know what else to do with this intro, so we're gonna get into this and we're gonna learn more about wilderness, including wilderness, mostly about the land down under, aka the land the demons from Doom don't want to touch for good reason, apparently. Yeah. And yeah, so let's go and we're gonna jump right into it. Don't forget to support MoreParz in the description, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It really helps out, and I appreciate a lot. And without further ado, let's jump right in the video now, shall we? BMW has an emu farm. Why does BMW have an emu farm? Haven't the Australians suffered enough? They've already lost one war. Are you trying to make them lose another? Like, they're already... They already lost the emu war, they're still in war with the cane toads, and now we're just like, hey, let's bring the emus back and make it worse. Alright, let's see what this is about. Why does BMW, a car company, have an emu farm?
BMW, yet the car company, has an emu farm.
Yeah, like,
but
what's up?
What the f*** do the Germans want with our steroid chickens? Well, you see, a lot of complex
I guess we're doing emus now.
Do the Germans want with our steroid chicken?
I don't know, BMW is German, but yeah, what do they want with the emus? Are we making super soldiers out of them, maybe?
Well, you see, a lot of complex parts have to come together to build a car.
Well,
I
yeah.
mean, your transmission, your engine.
Are we gonna make the car part emu? Is that what we're gonna do? We making it part emu? I don't know. We won't find out.
I would say indicators, but we are talking about BMW here. However, the first thing you'll notice about a car is usually the simplest. The paint. Yeah, it doesn't really matter how...
Are we getting emu-skinned or themed cars, I guess? Emu-colored cars?
Nice your car is. If the paint's peeling off like a banana, people are going to assume it's a fucking shitbox. And that's why car companies put a lot of time and research into making sure the paint stays on your car.
I need to repaint my car, honestly, if I'm being real.
While you slide it sideways into a tree. One of the best ways to do that is fucking clean it. Yep. See, anything that isn't...
Oh, I wish you would have shown... I think I remember this... I was hoping you would show this, because if I remember correctly, there's some stupid kid that comes like run by on the other side, and he just puts the hose in the kid's direction, and then it runs into the hose, and then they just start screaming because if I remember correctly, that's not water, that's like I don't remember what exactly it was, but it's hydrochloric something. Yeah. If I remember correctly, yeah. I could be wrong, and this could just be a different video where a dude is just power washing his car, but I'm going off of what I remember. Yeah.
Fucking clean it.
Oh, nope, I was right. Yeah, I see the kid running.
See, anything that isn't wiped off the car gets stuck under the paint when it's applied, which fucks up adhesion by moving around. And even the tiniest particles of dust can fuck it all up. So, the Germans pondered, what is the best way to make sure every panel is spotless? And the answer they landed on is a giant fuck-off duster made of Australia's favourite feathered war criminals.
Okay.
And
are they a favourite? I guess so.
Wasn't just BMW that found this out, but Audi as well.
Oh
now,
boy.
Audi gets their dino turkey feathers from the source, shipping directly from the land down under.
Get it?
Now, BMW used to do the same thing, till someone at head office had a thought. Hang on, the feathers. If we ship over 4 emus and place them in a grid, infinite feather source.
Alright.
And so they airdropped Australia's big birds onto a farm in Bavaria, where a small sleeper cell of Australia's most wanted resides to this day.
Now, now let's pray they stay in the grid and they don't get out. And Germany gets a Germany gets an invasive species out of emus, and have to deal what Australia's having to do with the cane toads, but emus, and in Germany. And not only that, pray it doesn't spread to other countries, because Germany's in the mixture of well, there's other countries near Germany, so nah, it wouldn't be just them suffering that.
Funny part of this to me is that BMW went so far as shipping kaiju turkeys to make the paint on their cars look good. Just for some TikToker to buy it for clout, wrap it bright purple, and then crash it into a fucking wall.
Of course. Jesus. Yeah, clout gain. Is this actual footage? Like, I know the first part is...
Wrap it bright purple, and then crash it into a fucking wall.
I know this part, realize it. And if so, that's some very dangerous precision making with a damn car. Yeah. Alright. Well, that's why... Alright, so no invasion, no emu invasion happening in Germany or anything from a fuck-up. It's just they need to make the cars clean with emu feathers. Okay. I mean, hey, if it works, I guess. Why is this monkey getting bullied?
This monkey is getting bullied.
By, other
why?
Yeah,
Why you bullying me?
We see this is Punch, a
Okay.
Japanese macaque whose mother, immediately after giving birth to him, went out for milk and cigarettes.
Damn. They didn't come back.
So already not off to a great start in
Yeah.
life, and things would not be getting easier for
Oh,
Punch.
boy.
You see, he was born in captivity at Japan's Ichikawa Zoo, which meant that he was then introduced to the rest of the macaque population alone.
Oh.
No
Damn.
parents, no friends, nothing. But surely, it's all up from here. He might be alone now, but at least he can start making friends with his fellow primates.
Well, based on the title of the video, not in the slightest.
Right? Yeah, unfortunately, macaques treat the new kid in school about as well as Family Guy treats Meg. These guys...
So, just not well at all. These guys, I think it's safe to say that everyone else just absolutely hates him, like absolutely detest his existence then.
have a very complex social
And find pleasure, and their existence does nothing but annoy them, but they find pleasure in making their life hell then. That's what I'm getting from that if you're relating it to Meg from Family Guy.
hierarchy, and not unlike high school, it is enforced with bullying. So
Of
far,
course.
Punch has been smacked, dragged, and bitten, basically to tell him that he can't sit with them at their lunch table.
Jesus.
And the bullying he cops is made worse by the fact there's no one to protect him because his mum, you know.
Yeah.
And then after jumping him, they won't even let him get a fucking hug.
Damn.
Now, faced with such adversity, a lesser monkey would crumble and try to leave. But making the story infinitely sadder, Punch runs off to the closest thing to family he has. A plush
Aw.
orangutan
Oh, this is sad.
gifted to him by the zookeepers to try and replace his mum. When stressed, he hugs it and tries to get it to hug him back.
Oh.
No, I'm not fucking crying. Someone's cutting onions in here.
You're crying. You are crying. This is actually sad. This is actually really sad. It actually is. Like, this is really sad story.
He's actually pretty good at that.
However, despite the absolutely horrendous character development he's gone through, Punch has finally managed to start making some friends.
Aw.
Which is good, because for a monkey, he got off light. Had he been born a chimp when they don't like one another...
Yeah, I know where this is going, because let me tell you, chimps, calling chimps psychopaths, understatement. Huge understatement.
They rip each other's testicles off with their fucking teeth. This monkey...
Okay, I know they're gonna be psychopaths. I didn't think they'd do that. Like I said, psychopath is an understatement for chimps. This pig went on a drunk rampage? I'm interested in this.
This pig went on an alcoholic rampage.
Oh.
No, that's not clickbait. This really happened. And as with all good drunken rampages, our story takes place in fucking Australia. More specifically, it starts in the middle of fucking nowhere, WA, where a couple blokes were out camping.
Right.
And as any good Australian would, these lads brought with them the camping essentials. Let's see
Beer.
here, we've got box of snags from
Alcohol.
Woolies, and most important of all, beers.
Yep.
And those beers are why, at 4 in the fucking morning, these lads were suddenly ripped from sleep by a really weird sound. A low, snuffling and grunting noise, followed by the sound of bending aluminium. So, to ensure they weren't being attacked by, pick a native Australian animal.
Yeah, there's that. Yeah, but there's a number of those they could be attacked by. There's a number of them, by.
They got out of their tents, turned on a torch, and shined a light at it. And what they found was a wild pig shotgunning all of their piss. And I don't mean 1 or 2 beers. No,
All of them.
Daddy Pig was on a serious bender because he managed to down 18 fucking cans.
Oh boy. Oh, this pig is yeah, it's about to go on a rampage, and I don't think it's gonna be all right after this, cause I'm not sure how well animals adapt to you know, downing a bunch of alcohol, but I imagine it doesn't adapt well.
Now, fun fact about beers: once you hit the 18 mark, all of your stats are redistributed into strength, and you gain the frenzy debuff. This is why, after being spotted by the torch, the pig
Oh boy.
fucking sonicked away from the now empty 6-packs,
Oh jeez.
knocked over the garbage cans, paused, turned around and ate the garbage, then continued sprinting to a nearby paddock where it started headbutting a fucking cow. This really pissed off the cow, who turned around to face the pig. And it was at this point, looking up at the very pissed off Big Mac, the pig realised...
Calling the cow a pissed off Big Mac.
He genuinely wasn't built for this shit. Yeah, this little piggy turned around and fucking booked it out of the paddock, being closely pursued by the ghost of Burgers Past. The cow chased him
Ghost of Burgers Past.
around a car for 10 minutes before giving up, leaving the still drunk pig to stumble away and pass out in a fucking bush.
That's that I can only. That's probably freaking great. That's hilarious, man. Again, curious as to how all that's gonna affect the pig's body, though. Probably not in a positive way, though. Best case scenario, nothing happens. No. Best case scenario, it just wakes up and just goes about its life like normal. Why does half the ocean have blue blood? And we're starting off with octopus.
Octopuses bleed blue.
And that's
but
why,
why?
apparently.
Why are you blue?
Well, actually, it's not just octopuses. If you lined up Gary, Larry the Lobster, and Mr. Krabs, you will find that all of them bleed Gatorade. Now,
So why? Jesus. Is that why the ocean's blue?
this isn't just for aesthetic purposes. Running what appears to be blended up smurf through their veins actually serves an important purpose. And to learn what that is, we gotta talk about your blood.
Okay.
You see, your circulatory system is based on iron. Iron is used to produce hemoglobin, which in turn carry oxygen around the body, allowing for you to, you know, exist.
Yep.
And when iron is exposed to oxygen, it oxidizes and goes red, which is why when you get shanked, it sprays out tomato sauce. Now here is
they're
the
not
fun
getting
part.
oxidized.
The cast of SpongeBob don't run on iron.
Yeah.
Their circulatory system is based on copper. So rather than hemoglobin, the copper creates hemomyosin to cart the oxygen around. And as anyone who's ever seen the Statue of Liberty can attest, when copper oxidizes, it turns blue. Now, the reason for them evolving copper is pretty simple. Our blood fucking sucks. See, the inferior hemoglobin is far less efficient at binding oxygen than the Chad hemocyanin. And considering all of these bad boys live or travel through incredibly cold, low oxygen environments, they need to get the most out of every breath they take. They basically switched evolution teams from red to blue because red blood has a skill issue.
Evidently so. Yeah, we evidently do. Alright, fair enough, I guess. Australia's Prime Minister disappeared. The current one or an older one? I don't know.
Australia's Prime Minister disappeared. No, that is not a joke. This is Harold Holt, the 17th Prime Minister of Australia. And when I say he disappeared, I don't mean he retired from public life, never to be heard from again. I mean, we literally fucking lost him midway through his term.
How do you lose a prime minister? You know, I'll tell you how. It's Australia, that's how. Of course they're gonna lose it in Australia.
That is like the Secret Service losing the fucking president.
That will never happen.
Now let me be clear.
Which begs a very important question. Fucking how?
Yeah.
Well, you see, Holt was elected Prime Minister in 1966. And one of the most well-known facts about him was that he fucking loved the ocean.
Be free!
Did you just go deep-sea diving for a bit? Like, go on a boat and just go on a boat for a bit then?
Which is why, on December 17th, 1967, while taking a day off from leading Spider Island, Holt convinced his mates to stop for a cheeky swim before they went out to lunch. And so they pulled into Cheviot Beach in Victoria. Now, on that day, the ocean was, putting it lightly, fucked. And so all of Holt's friends warned him that maybe visiting Nemo today was a bad idea. Holt responded, and I quote, "I know this beach like the back of my hand." Hopped into the water, started swimming away from the shore. And he kept swimming. Further. And further.
Is he trying to go to Europe?
Yeah, right, mate. That's far enough. You can come back now.
Or Asia? I think it's close to, Asia, isn't it?
Yeah, they completely lost sight of him. Because the Prime Minister...
Where he was just in the world of Subnautica.
Was f***ing gone.
Yeah, evidently.
This caused the leaderless Australian government to shit themselves and start playing Where's Holto?
I'm under the water.
Search and rescue teams scoured the coast for weeks and...
Watch a dude pop up out of nowhere like, "Oh, hey guys, how you doing?" Like, he wasn't lost or anything. Like, watch us find out that he was actually serious when he said, "I know this beach like the back of my hand," and proves it.
Came up with absolutely fucking nothing. Not even a body. The sitting Prime Minister had vanished without a trace. Some conspiracy theorists say he got picked up by a submarine. The odds are he drowned. But most importantly, with the tragic loss of our nation's Prime Minister at sea, how did we choose to commemorate the man who was clapped by the ocean?
Oh, he actually didn't come back.
Glad you asked that question, because we named a fucking swim.
Oh, Christ.
He fall after him. Australia.
Jesus Christ. Welcome to Australia, I guess. He despawned because out of bounds. He didn't die, he just returned to his homeland of Atlantis. You know what? You're right. People hate this groundhog? What's up with the groundhog?
People hate this groundhog. But why?
I'm like, what is it me for?
Well, because this is no ordinary hog. This distinguished gentleman is Punxsutawney Phil, a resident of the US of A, specifically the town of Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, where he has a very important job. He predicts the weather.
Oh, that. I don't care about this groundhog thing. I really don't.
And he does it through the Groundhog Day ceremony. But, what the f is that? Well, basically, every year on the 2nd of February, crowds gather at the Gobbler's Knob. Stop laughing. It's a very serious ceremony.
You're serious? We have a place called... You know, that doesn't surprise me. It really doesn't.
Quit it. And then, at dawn, the unbelievably dripped out inner circle of the Groundhog Club retrieve the allegedly 140-year-old Phil from his knob.
Right, well,
Phil then
Alright, well, I'm calling bullshit on that.
selects a scroll from the tip of the knob based on whether or not he saw his shadow when being yanked from his home.
Yeah,
And if he did see his shadow, winter will last for 6 more weeks. And this year, Phil has predicted 6 more weeks of Mayolt. And for some reason, this year, that prediction has royally pissed off many people online.
Really?
See, I just think he's doing his fucking job. But the tweet that shared his prediction has some of the most angry yet fucking hilarious response.
If I'm having to guess, it's probably gonna be people who do not like the cold that's getting mad at this frog. I mean, this groundhog. I called it a frog.
And I made this video.
You know, maybe that'd make them happy if it was a frog instead.
To read you the best of them.
Alright.
Turn him into a steak. That groundhog is going in the microwave. If I saw Punxsutawney Phil, I would punch him like a football.
Holy Christ.
And last but not least,
okay.
POV, you are the deep fryer at Raising Cane.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ. See, the thing about this whole thing, it doesn't matter if he sees a shadow or not. This is usually done on the 2nd of February, and you're gonna have 6 more weeks of winter regardless, because winter don't end until, like, somewhere in March. No. So this is just dumb. Scientists created a new fish.
Scientists have created a new fish. And the best part is that it was a fucking accident. You see, this is a sturtlefish, and it is found absolutely fucking nowhere in the wild. No, this genetic accident
if it's a genetic accident, then of course it's gonna be found nowhere. And now I want to know where this accident happened. Watch it be Australia.
Nature mod produced exclusively in a single facility in Szarvas, Hungary. You see, the sturtlefish is a cross between the Russian sturgeon and the American paddlefish. And in the world, the only way that hookup's happening is Discord, because they live on opposite sides of the fucking planet.
Yeah.
Hello, princess.
But this ain't the wild. This is Hungary's Fishing and Aquaculture Institute, Haki, where a group of researchers is trying to figure out how the fuck to repopulate the critically endangered Russian sturgeon, using a neat trick called gynogenesis. But, what the fuck is that?
Yeah,
you see, usually, when sturgeons reproduce, the females lay a shitload of eggs in the water, which are then, fertilized by the males. This fertilization requires 2 of the same species to tango, with 50% of the offspring DNA being contributed from the egg and 50% from the source. In gynogenesis, 100% of the offspring's DNA is contributed by the mother. Now, because sturgeons can't do this naturally, the researchers hatched a plan. They would take sperm from the far less endangered American paddlefish and microwave that shit with UV radiation, destroying the DNA it carries, but still allowing it to stimulate the egg into growing. without the father's DNA, and thus
Okay.
gynogenesis.
Alrighty
But
then.
there's a problem. The paddlefish was just a little too genetically similar to the sturgeon, and they did not leave the swimmers in the microwave long enough.
Oh.
So instead of a bunch of perfect little sturgeon babies, we got the sturtlefish, which is a literal genetic dead end. It is incapable of reproducing. I feel bad for it. It was an accident and it gets no bitches.
Nah.
Abysmal existence, RNG.
Let's go gambling!
Yeah, pretty much.
Aw, dang it.
Yep. Oh,
Science-
dang it. Yep. This fish will choke you? Is it gonna wrap it around my neck?
This fish will choke you. Just not the way you think.
Oh.
See, this is a hagfish found worldwide under the sea, and this thing has one of the most fucking disgusting defense mechanisms on the planet. You see, when I say choke, you probably think I mean they loop that pool noodle-shaped body around your neck and
I am fearful for how it's going to choke you.
squeeze. You are wrong. No, these guys are piss-weak scavengers that average out to about the size of a Subway footlong, and despite having a fucking face hugger for a mouth, their main defense mechanism is, busting.
Huh?
You see, as you can probably tell by...
What created this fish?
looking at him, these bad boys are slimy. Really slimy. And when threatened, they use it as a fucking weapon. Whenever something
Oh.
tries to eat them, they kick the slime production into overdrive, secreting a protein
Like what,
that
is it excited?
instantly converts the surrounding ocean water into thick, sticky sludge in half a second.
Ugh.
And I mean, you know, a load like that in half a second, incredibly impressive. Nothing to be embarrassed about at all. This slime then seeps into and clogs the gills of their predators, suffocating them to death. Then, having literally slimed their ops, they whip out an Uno reverse card and fucking eat them.
Jesus, of course.
This fish.
Well, why not? That is disgusting. I hate the hagfish. I hate it so much. Yeah, I hate it. Alright, we got 3 more left. This one's about the Kraken.
The Kraken is a real animal, just not the one you think it is.
Who's that Pokemon?
Colossal
You
squid?
see, when people hear tales of the Kraken, they assume that a bunch of sailors in the oldie times got absolutely shit-faced and ran into a giant squid. And to be fair, that's not a terrible assumption. Giant squid are f***ing kaiju-sized, coming in
Jesus.
at 12 meters in length and 900 kilos in weight.
Jesus.
So the
I'd say burn that thing, but it's in the ocean, so the only way you burn that thing is if you drop a sun in the ocean.
assumption that they saw that shit and rightly assumed sea monster isn't too far-fetched.
Yeah.
However, there is a rather large hole in that giant squid theory. They don't live anywhere near the surface.
Yeah, deep sea.
They live down.
Yeah.
Way down.
Yeah.
Owning real estate at a
Yeah, what is it called? Deep sea gigantism or something? Is that why that it is? I believe so, yeah.
depth of 1,000 meters below sea level in the twilight zone. So if these sailors didn't see Squidward's roided out brother, how the f*** do you explain the books of corroborating tales of long, tentacle-like appendages sticking out of the sea?
Yeah, what's up with that?
Well, the answer is whales. But where is the tentacle on a whale? Well,
The
you
mouth?
see, during breeding
Is it the mouth from eating one?
season, blue whales reproduce by conducting a locomotive on female whales. And in order to keep this train running on the tracks, male whales must wait their turn. And while waiting in the lobby, in order to stay prepared, the males tend to raise their gentleman's sausage out of the water and wave it around in the air. And the
You mean... You mean to tell me that's what... You mean to tell me that's what they staked as a Kraken?
Special sausage on a blue whale is around 3 meters long.
Oh, Jesus.
And 14 inches thick. So sailors who thought they were seeing a mythical monster from the depths were more than likely just seeing a pot of whales hitting weapon inspect on their schmeat.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Jesus Christ. Anyways, this frog breaks its own bone.
This frog
Okay.
deliberately breaks its own bones.
What's up with that?
But
Jesus.
why? Well, you see, this is a hairy frog, found on the west
hairy
coast
frog.
of Africa, and
Okay.
the reason it hits a brutality on itself, ironically enough, is self-defense. You see, these guys are small,
How's
coming
that?
in
Alright.
at an incredibly respectable 3 to 5 inches,
Alright.
and tipping the scales at only 150 grams, which is a problem, because they also inhabit the ecological equivalent of a fucking FromSoft game. Africa is one of the only places in the world that gives Australia a run for its money, with Mr. Frog here having to avoid birds, snakes, and rats on his walk to work. Now, in order to avoid this scenario, most frogs either run a high-level stealth build, or dress up like a fucking highlighter and cover themselves in everyone's favourite liquid. But the hairy frog has read one too many X-Men comics.
Oh boy.
Because this thing actually has another name. The fucking Wolverine frog. Because these little guys have claws, but not traditional claws like a cat's, which are made of keratin and freely extend and retract without an issue. No, instead, the finger bones on a hairy frog's hind legs are held in place by a small bone at the tip of their fingers. And when threatened, they snap the longer bone off the tip and through their fucking skin. And then, new weapon acquired, they employ the London self-defense strategy.
Jesus
This frog...
Christ. They really did that just for some claws. Jesus Christ. Alright, last one. The world's oldest creature. You mean it isn't a dinosaur?
This is one of the oldest creatures on the planet.
Okay, one of them anyways.
Pokemon!
We got a boomer!
Introducing the horseshoe crab, found under the sea in the Atlantic, Indian, and Pacific Oceans. And when I said old, I didn't mean individually. These little guys disconnect from the server at around age 40.
Okay.
And as far as their actual lives go, they're kind of boring. They're bottom feeders with zero offensive capability, and the only reason they have a tail is that without it, they would die if you flipped them onto their backs.
Oh.
No, when I say old, I mean as a species. Because these things are walking fossils that have been running the exact same basic-ass build, completely unchanged, for millions of years.
Alrighty then.
How many millions? Well, here is a list of events that this little guy's family tree has lived through.
Alright, let's hear it.
The fall of Rome.
Okay.
The evolution of humankind.
Go back, I want to be monkey!
The Ice Age. God tossing a rock at the big-ass lizards.
Lizard.
Hell, this little fucker watched the first fish crawl onto land and was underwater when the first tree spawned. But I think the best way I can put this into perspective is that not unlike the way the Earth orbits the Sun orbits the Milky Way. Now, this process takes around 225 million years to complete. The horseshoe crab has done it twice!
Alrighty then.
The
Yeah, that's... Alright. Neat. Oh, that was a fun video of MoreParz. Yep, I enjoyed that. I enjoy his vids, and I hope you guys did too. And if you did, go check him out. He'll be linked in the description below. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. I really appreciate it, and it helps me out a lot. Have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.